Country Cover Club is the new partner for Country Sports TV. If you type in Summerall 2, you get a £3 discount. Oh, hello. I'm checkering at the moment, and somebody sort of said, "How do you checker guns? Can you show me how to do it?" So it's a little video to show you how I checker guns. Now, we use different tools for doing this. That's a ground up saw file, and it's got checkering on the end to use it as a file. Got an end cutter, a single line cutter. We also have a double line cutter. And I use a spark plug cleaner just to clean the dirt out of the cutters. That's all that's for. And a toothbrush, and that's to clean the sawdust that you produce out of the checker. Now this is a lovely little stock. Looks like bird's eye maple. Hello, absolutely. Look at that stock. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? It's on a muzzle loader. I don't know what the gun is. This is a trade job. I get. The guy can finish them, the gunsmith that's got these, but he doesn't do checkering. Now, when I was in the workshop, we had different jobs. Now, I'm an actioner and spring maker. That's my trade within the gun job. We had a stocker that did the stocking and checkering and the finishing, and we had a barrel man, and he did all the barrel work, putting ribs on, polishing barrels up for black, doing chokes and dents and bulges. And guns would first come to me, and I would break them up, take the stocks off. If the barrels needed doing, barrels went down to the barrel man first. That was the first job. If it needed proof, then the job was rejointed, timed up, ready to go to proof after the barrels had been bored out and tidied up. And then once the gun had been proofed, then the stock was given to the stock man, and I had the rest. And I wouldn't finish the job off until the stocker had started doing the checkering. Then I would strip and clean it, ready for when the stock was finished, I could then put it back together. Now these, all I get is stocks. And it's rechecker. As you can see, the checkering's flat on there. And what you've got to do, if I can show you, I hope this is going to come out on the video. What I'm doing at the moment is using the single line tool. And my eyes are going, so I've got to wear these jeweller's glasses at the moment. And what you do is you find a line, and you follow it. And luckily the lines are already on here. And the line that's very faint there, that is obviously in the centre of the other two. Now this takes time. This isn't something that happens quickly. You've got to do each line in turn. one after another. And then once we've gone one way, obviously, we've then got to go the other way. Checkering is like little diamonds. And they tell you that, oh, it's got wonderful flat top checkering. Flat top checkering is checkering that is not finished off. Checkering, the diamond should be come to a point. There should be no flat on the top. What it is, I can run through checkering like this, and once I've done both ways, it then comes out like that. All I've done is found all the lines there. You could say that's flat chop checkering. It's only because it hadn't been finished off. When I finish this off, it'll be pointed. Now, if you find that the line's a bit wavy because the tool is either following the grain of the wood, or you've wobbled a bit, what we do then is we use the spacer, the double line one, and we go through the lines again, and that literally just straightens all the lines up. There you are. And that's how you do checkering. I'll come back in about an hour and we'll show you how far we've got. Now, once we've got all the lines marked out, what we've got to do now is deepen the lines. There's two ways we can do this. We can use a gun line tool, which is quite coarse. We can use the double line cutter that we've already got. That also means you can keep the lines level and spaced out. Or you can do it the good old-fashioned way with the old single line cutter. Just run it through. Now this is just deepening the checkering all the way round again. You just keep going, one line after another, and make them deeper. Then once you've done that, and the trick is keeping this all even. Now some customers don't want to spend the money. So once I've done this and run it through, and I've still got flat top checkering and I haven't sharpened the diamonds up, they want it like that because they don't want to spend the money on the checkering. Well, that's up to them. But flat top checkering, like I told you before, is not finished off properly. And all you do is one line after another, and you just keep going and going and going. Now this checkering runs right up to the guard. Sometimes there's a border there. And this is where the single line cutter comes in, because it actually cuts both ways. And when we come to turning this round and going up to the border line on the other side, the other way round, this is when the single line cutter comes into its own. Because what you do is you find the edge where your border is, and you deepen that to start with. This wants to be quite deep. Because you're going to run into this line. You want it that almost like a stop. Run a couple of lines down the other side. See, it's getting deeper, it's getting there. So when we turn it round and we go the other way, what we're doing is we're going up to that line. And we use this, we just go up to the line and come back. Up to the line and come back. Up to the line and come back. What you don't want to do is overrun and go on to the stock. And all you're doing is just up to the border line and stop. We've done one way, up to the line again. We've still got to put a border in once we've done the checkering. But this is to go up against the line and stop. So you've got no overruns. Now to finish it off, what we do is we use the single line cutter. We run it through. And then the most important thing when you do this is get it to look even. So you've got the lines going the same depth. Now that little bit there isn't bad. That's what we're looking for. But there's still some flat tops on it, and it still needs running through again a second time. But all we've got to do is the rest of the stock, which will take another couple of hours, and then we're done. This is a little bit harder, this little bit of wood here, so I'm going to just use the other tool just to make these slightly deeper. I'll run it the other way to even it up. There, I don't know if you can see it on the video, but this here, this is all nice and even. Yeah, this little bit here, the lines going into the border are deeper than the lines coming across. So what we do is run through that again, just to make them deeper and the same depth as the other side. This is quite easy for you to see. This is 16 to the inch. But you try doing purdies and that, and they're 24 to the inch. And some of them are even 30 to the inch. That's ever so fine. I got a stronger magnifying glass to put in me headset that I got here for that. And that just sharpens up the diamonds a little bit more. Gives me a little bit of what I do find helps when I'm checkering is to play some music, because the timing of running the lines through and stopping you can do to music, and it just keeps you going one line after another. But if I put music on here, then I'm going to get hit by copyright by YouTube, so we can't do that. Run through one way, run through the other, and it's just one line after the other, and the checkering gets done. I'd like to start from the left and work to the right. Now, other people checkering work the other way round and work from the right to the left. It's just personal taste, whichever you find easiest for you to do. Here we are. That is now getting there. We've got to run through it again, tidy it up. That side hadn't been done yet, you can see. But that's almost there. It's not going to take long to finish that off now. And what we've got to do the curve in the middle is a old 3 square file ground down. This was originally one of those sharp ones that we use, single file ones, but I rounded the edge off so that I could use it for finishing off checkering. Just take the middle line and just put a radius in it, and then that finishes it off. And then just to finish it off, just deepen the outside line and the checkering is done. Make sure the 2 points match up to each other. In there. Speed it deeper. And there you are. I've got to do that outside line again there. But that is the checkering done. I still think that's a beautiful stock, isn't it? Absolutely magnificent. With the checkering done, that'll be stained down now to the colour of the stock. And you can still see the bird's eye in the checkering. So you put a light stain on there if you want that to come through. If you want to darken it down, fair enough. But the same stain you used on the stock you would use on the checkering, so you could still see the bird's eye in it. Beautiful. Good bit of checkering, even though I say so myself. This is Ian, Country Sports TV, saying goodbye. And if you want any checkering done, that's a short day's work. If you want a stock and forend done, like this one is, stock and forend, that's a day's work, believe it or not. 6 to 8 hours for checkering. And all it is just patience and time, and just keep rubbing the stock down, rubbing each line until you actually get to the end of the checkering. Anyway, Ian, in his workshop, saying goodbye, God bless. Country Sports TV is campaigning to save our lead shop. And as such, we've produced a number of items that you can buy to help raise money to run a website and to help me do the videos. We've got a camo hat for Country Sports TV if you want to go pigeon shooting. We've got a Save Our Lead Shot camo hat. We have a blue Save Our Lead Shot baseball cap. And you can also choose 6 other colours if you go onto eBay. We also have a mug in 2 sizes. It's got Country Sports TV on the front and then Save Our Lead Shot on both sides. Added to this, we've now got an enamelled mug, and very good quality one for Save Our Lead Shot. There is a donation in the price for the Save Our Lead Shot campaign. And what we're going to do next is we're going to produce some button badges. Save Our Lead Shot button badges. It's not worth me selling one at a time, because I'm going to have to charge you 70 or 80 pence postage. And they're only £2 each. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to produce them in 5s and 10s and put them on eBay. And if you buy 5, you can sell 4 of them to your friends and get some of your money back. Thank you very much for helping sponsor me. I can't do this on my own. And if anybody would like to help the campaign, please let me know. Message me on Facebook on the Save Our Lead Shop page, or message me privately on Facebook. No problem at all. Ian, Save Our Lead Shop campaign through Country Sports TV, saying thank you very much for your help.